All right, here we are for our next show. I believe this is our fourth show now. This is VCW Code of Honor. And starting it off, we got Brian Danielson giving a great promo, great 5-minute promo. Got the crowd hotter. Uh, Great way to start the show. Put us off to a strong start. The crowd heat at the end of that was hot and rising. And our segment did a 46. So basically, Brian Danielson, the American Dragon here, says, he's also amongst the best, if not the best in the world, and he's going to prove that each and every time that he comes on to our shows. Coming up, Monty Brown versus Colt Cabana. It was a superb match, which is crazy, but I guess okay. Colt Cabana picking up the win here over Monty Brown with a Colt 45. Crowd heat at the end of that was white hot. Our wrestling did a 39, the crowd did a 28, and our segment did a 33. And the match got the crowd hotter, so I'm happy about that. CM Punk, a great 5-minute promo. Once again, saying he's the best in the world. He's talking a whole bunch of smack about Ken Anderson. And he says tonight he's got an opportunity. Oh, speaking of that, I should have probably mentioned that at the beginning of the show. We have made two titles. We have made our heavyweight championship title and our women's title. So those are the two. Once we get some more tag teams in here established on the show, or just in the company in general, because I think the only tag team I have right now is the Briscoe brothers, and I don't remember, I put someone else in a tag team. I don't remember who else. We'll check that afterwards, but not really much tag teams to speak of, but we do have two titles, and they will both be on the line tonight. So at the end of this promo, the crowd heat was very hot. Segment did a 53. Always good work from Punk. Brody Lee over Mike Mizanin, the Miz, the future Miz. Decent reaction to the crowd. Subpar wrestling. Brody Lee picking up the win. Crowd heat at the end of that was very hot. Mike was off his game. And yeah, it shows in our stats here. Wrestling was a 16, the crowd was a 10, and our segment rating did a 15 overall. Just yikes. But the crowd heat at the end of that was still very hot, so good. They didn't totally kill the crowd, so that's good. Match. Decent matchup here. Kevin Steen versus Eddie Kingston, the two brawlers. Crowd heat at the end of that, very hot. Kevin Steen picking up the win over Eddie tonight. Wrestling was a 31, crowd did a 10, overall a 26. 5-minute promo interview with Rebecca Knox. Didn't have anything specific. She was just hyping herself over and just excited to be in the women's match, the women's title match tonight, and says that she's going to come out with the belt. Crowd heat at the end of that, very hot. Segment rating did a 33. Now here we are, the women's title match. Beth Phoenix versus Rebecca Knox versus ODB versus Candice LeRae. Decent wrestling, little heat. Beth Phoenix comes out on top. Who did she pin? She pinned ODB. So Beth Phoenix, our first VCW women's champ, the inaugural champion. Oh no. Oh, and she sustained a sprained ankle. Well, good thing for her that we only do shows once a month at the end of the month, the last Sunday of the month, so she has time to recuperate. But ouch. Oh, Candice LeRae getting better at her gimmick. Crowd heat was very hot at the end of this one. Wrestling did a 23. Our crowd rating did a 4. And our segment rating is an 18. Yeah, Beth Phoenix sustained, sprained ankle. And here we are for the heavyweight championship, the VCW heavyweight championship. CM Punk versus Ken Anderson versus Sheamus versus Bryan. Decent match. CM Punk picking up the win here when he submitted Sheamus with the Anaconda Vice. Wow. So inaugural champ, CM Punk. Let's see, crowd heat at the end of that was very hot. Wrestling was a 26, crowd only a 19, segment rating did a 31. CM Punk benefited from having the hot new move. All right, so overall we did a 32, and we increased popularity in our region, which is what we want. What I really want is to start bringing in some money, but hey, we're still insignificant in size. We're at the very bottom. Oh, we got 48 people. Nice. And we got a bigger crowd. So we gained a bigger crowd yet. We gained popularity in our region. I'm happy about that. We are well on our way to where we need to be. Not going to address. I guess I should have looked at that to see how long she's going to be out. That's right. I'll have something in the mail about that. Financials. What am I now up to? Negative 9,987. Ouch. Hopefully we could do something to turn that around soon. All right, so here we are. Philip, okay, here's that movie that I was talking about before that Kevin Nash signed on to. Does it tell us? It does not, but he's going to play the lead role. Oh, so he's going to be on for a while, up to a year. That's fine. Anything else in the news headlines? No. Last night's VCW Code of Honor. Feedback is very positive, so I'm happy about that. Beth Phoenix out injured. Oh, she's only going to be out for a week. That's not bad at all. Plenty of time to recuperate and defend her title. So let's look at the tag teams real fast. Yeah, see, the Briscoe brothers are the only ones I have right now. So we're definitely going to have to, I don't know, hire more people or make teams out of the people that I do have. And maybe we'll get a tag team belt in there sooner or later. But there we have it for that one. I'll probably make this next video a double episode as well, so you can catch the next one right after that. So we'll see you there shortly. All right, and we're back, and here is the next show. This is our August show, the last Sunday of the month, the 29th of 2004. And this is VCW Aftermath. So we're going to start it off with a brawl between Samoa Joe and Sheamus. And it did great. We've got the crowd heat hot and rising by the end of that. Our segment was a 47. Performance by Joe was good. It got the crowd hotter, and it was a strong start to the show. So very happy about that. Let's move on. Oh, I forgot to mention too, I did upgrade the merchandising. So we're at, I think, amateur level 1 right now. So we do got a little bit of merchandising going here. And I also set the ticket prices to free for our events to try to get more people. And it worked, because now we have 74 instead of usual 40, whatever that we get, 46, 48, like that. So we definitely improved on the number of fans at the show. So that's good. Hopefully that'll help build our popularity and get us on our way from out of significant into tiny. I still got a long ways to go, but we're going to keep grinding away and plugging away at this here. So let's move on to the next one. It's a promo. The Briscoe brothers are out here hyping themselves up and, saying that whenever there is a tag team division to speak of, then they're going to be on top of it. And maybe it'd be better to not even have a tag team division, because no one else would be winning anything but them. So a good promo by them. Average. Crowd heat at the end of that was white hot. The angle got the crowd hotter, so I'm happy for that. Segment did a 29. Ace Darling versus Brody Lee here. Just another way trying to keep Brody happy. He wanted to have more dominant booking, so here we are. He's got another win. Ace Darling was complaining before about being left off of shows, so there we go. Now he gets to be on the show. Crowd heat at the end of that was very hot. Wrestling was a 21. Crowd was a 13. They weren't really feeling it. And overall segment 20. I just saw here Ace Darling debuted his gimmick, and they got an initial rating of awful. So we're going to have to change that eventually. Or maybe change his job and leave him as just a road agent. Here, backstage, good old-fashioned stare down. They just... Beth Phoenix bumped into ODB in the back, and they kind of just stared each other down. Crowd heat at the end of that was very hot. Segment did a 45. Now our next matchup, Jay Lethal versus Bryan Danielson. Had superb wrestling, good heat. Danielson picking up the win over Lethal. Crowd heat, very hot. Wrestling did a 50, best wrestling we've had. Crowd rating 23, and our segment of a 46. Women's title match. Beth Phoenix puts up her title and defends it against ODB, who she pinned in that fatal four-way to win the belt. Decent wrestling, but not much heat. Beth Phoenix successfully defends her women's title. Defense number 1 for Beth. Crowd heat at the end of that was very hot. Wrestling 25. Crowd was not into this one at all. Only a 7. Segment rating 28. Beth Phoenix was off her game, but she was also getting better at her gimmick. Okay. Samoa Joe versus Sheamus after that brawl that they had earlier in the night. This one turns into a wild brawl in itself. It had superb wrestling, good heat. Samoa Joe picking up the win again over Sheamus. The crowd heat at the end of that was very hot. Wrestling did a 45, crowd 21, overall segment 52. I like it. Samoa Joe benefited from having good form, and the performance of Joe stood out as being good. Well, that's very good to hear. Always like that. Next up, Ace Steel versus Adam Pearce. Had great wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Steel picks up the win over Pearce. I think that's what happened last time as well, that these two met together. All right. Very hot. Crowd heat at the end. Wrestling was at 38. Crowd heat rating 16 and segment 33. What is this red? 2 crazy matches in quick succession doesn't really work. They need stagger. Okay, that was on me. I put them too close to each other, but the match got the crowd buzzing. And of course, these two always have great chemistry together. So a bit about misplacing on my part, but otherwise still a good match overall. Ken Anderson out here with the promo saying, he's got the title should have been his. He was screwed over. There was too many other people involved. If it had been just him and Punk, that he would have walked out of there with the title. And he's going to prove that later, or right after this, actually, I think is when we have it. But he's going to prove that tonight after he takes the title away from CM Punk, because he's got a title match coming. So crowd heat at the end of that was very hot. Segment did a 38. Let's go on to the match. Ken Anderson versus CM Punk for the VCW Heavyweight Championship. And they had great wrestling, good heat. CM Punk successfully defends his title. And still, the VCW Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk. Crowd heat at the end of that was very hot. Wrestling did a 39. Crowd rating did a 20. And segment rating of 42. And, of course, Punk benefited from having his hot new move. And the match got the crowd buzzing. That's always what I like to hear from our main event. Fans enjoyed it. They did good. So yeah, overall 46. I think this might be our highest rated show yet so far. And we gained popularity again in the region. And again, we had the 74 people. Let's go on to the headlines. Oh, hold on. No. Financials. I almost hate to see it, but let's see what the doom is. I am now at negative $12,613 in the hole. Oof. Popularity. I'm still less than 1, but okay. Hopefully that'll change soon, because I keep getting popularity, but I'm not keeping it. But then again, I did see in the what was it? Oh god, why can't I think of it? Here, now that we're here. The size here. No, I wasn't here. Somewhere it was telling me, right down here. The wrestling industry is currently weak and likely to have an impact on our ability to grow, which it has. That's all right. We're going to keep plugging the way forward. We're going to keep doing our best. So there we go. We don't have anything in the mail. And Ric Flair's about to begin a new feud. With who? With Shawn Michaels. No, right on. Okay, we're coming up when Michaels retires, I think. Other than that, I don't see any other news. Let's just take a look at what they say about us. Feedback was extremely positive, and it was a great show for us. Yeah, yes, it was. We did really well that time. So I'm happy the way that turned out. There we have it. And I'm going to end this one right here, but we're going to keep, like I said, we're going to keep grinding away and trying to both dig ourselves out of the hole and, gain in popularity as we go on. I think we're on the right track now. I started a little bit late for upgrading the merchandising and changing the tickets to free. We probably would have had more people and a little bit more popularity than we do now, but that's okay. We're only a few months into this. We've still got a ways to go. And yeah, just thank you guys for joining me on this local to global save. And hopefully I'll see you around on the next one. Thanks, guys.